Hello and welcome to episode 11 of KCC TV.
And Ben, it's summer and we've got a summer episode this month for you people.
Yes, this episode is all about the amazing things that KCC members have been doing out there in the sunshine.
First up, we've got Tour de Staveley.
Followed by that, we've got a report on the Fred in a day.
We've got a little clip on half-wheeling and how not to do it.
And then something about the off-road riding that's been going on in the club.
We've got a bit of KCC news.
And we are going to finish the episode today with a montage from the women's big day out.
So first up, Tour de Staveley, Ben.
Yeah.
You did it?
I did it. It was a stunning, beautiful blue sky day. 150 riders congregating in Staveley outside Wheelbase, and it really was a fantastic event.
And if you don't know much about Tour de Staveley, there's actually two routes. There's a short route and a longer route, so it's really family friendly.
Absolutely. And this year there was also a Wheels for All ride happening as well, starting from Wheelbase, that was going up the Kentmere Valley.
And here we've got some great photos showing what a brilliant day it was.
About yourself, Greg.
So Ben, that looked a stunning day out.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it was followed up by people having food at Wilfton at the Hawkshead Brewery, so it was a really good social event as well.
And there's been another big day out recently, hasn't there? A bit bigger than that one.
Actually, quite a lot bigger than that one, yeah.
The Fred in a day. So, what is a Fred in a day?
Well, most people will be familiar with the Fred Whitten Sportive, which happens every year. And this year, KCC put on a supported ride for KCC members who'd like to ride around the Fred course, and there were 3 different groups going out, riding together and enjoying the course with the benefit of some support from the club.
And it's such a long way, isn't it? So trying to do that unsupported without help would be quite a challenge, wouldn't it?
I mean, it's a huge ride. It's
Yeah.
112 miles. It's going over nearly every pass in the Lake District. It's a serious amount of climbing.
Not to be underestimated.
No.
So sit back and enjoy the pain.
I mean, you know, seeing everyone do that, Karen, it's actually really inspiring.
It's inspiring and exhausting, I think, in equal measures. But yes, absolutely.
And you know, congratulations to everyone that completed that on the day, because that's a really big achievement.
And it's worthwhile saying, if you wanted to actually ride the full Fred, it's quite difficult to get into, isn't it? So each year they look for volunteers, and I know next year there'll be a call out for volunteers. And if you volunteer, then you can get a place for the following year.
Absolutely.
So if that's inspired you, start thinking about it now.
So last month we ran a competition which was all about visiting our cafe of the month, which last month was Wolf on Us. We've had a number of entries into the competition, so we are going to pull out our winners for a £50 wheelbase voucher.
And the competition was to send in a photo?
The competition was to send in a photo, yeah, of your visit to the cafe.
So we have got our trusty sloth helmet. So do you want to pick out first? This is the women.
Okay.
So we've actually had a good show from the women. We do like our cafe stops. So
I'm going to pick out one of our women members. Oh, we've got a couple there. Who have we got? We have got Keely Spate. Congratulations, Keely.
Well done, Keely. Excellent. And then we've got the male. There we go. Duncan Nash. Well done, Duncan.
Congratulations.
So I got asked last month, how do I claim my prize? So drop an email to
tv@kendall.cc. Yeah. Now, you might be wondering what this month's competition is all about. And it's summertime.
It is. Everyone's out on their bikes.
And a lot of people are going outside Cumbria.
Yes. So our competition this month can be done anywhere in the world. So whether you're here in Kendal or whether you're in, halfway around the world, you can enter this competition.
The challenge is to take a photo of yourself on top of a hill with your bike outside Cumbria. So that, of course, can be done from Kendal. You can ride out to Yorkshire or Lancashire. But the challenge is send us a photo of you and your bike on top of a hill. Now, that could be the Col de Galibier in the French Alps.
Or it could be the highest point in Norfolk. As long as it's a hill of some kind, we don't care.
And you're at the top of it.
With your bike. And it's a £50 wheelbase voucher again, up for grabs.
Absolutely. Every month, Wheelbase very generously sponsor 2 £50 wheelbase voucher prizes. So coming up next, we're continuing our series of little cycling tips and riding tips features. And Tim Price has made a short film all about half-wheeling, which is definitely something to be avoided when you're out riding with other people.
So that's a really helpful little film there from Tim. Thanks, Tim. And you really do not want to be half-wheeling when you're out on a road bike. If you discover that you can't stop half-wheeling, then road biking is probably not for you and you need to get out on a mountain bike, which is a nice segue, Ben, into our next set of footage, which is about what Kendal mountain bikers have been up to in the past couple of months.
Kendal Cycle Club have been going off-road and running Sunday rides for over 6 months now, which cover all abilities and technical and fitness skills. They have the same kind of groups from the road levels, but it's not about speed so much as black being having fewer stops, so being a little bit pacier. They've done loads of great routes: Coniston, Staveley, Kentmere, Ingleborough, and basically everyone's loving it. So if you fancy joining, they have cafe stops. It's a great social. Then get in touch with Verity by emailing offroad@kendal.cc or follow on Spond. There are also some Wednesday nights with sunny gravel rides. Not always sunny maybe, but so far they have been. And all the rides leave from Kendal Centre with a fantastic chilled and quiet gravelly ride, occasionally with a bit of a challenge thrown in. 6:30 start time. Keep an eye out on Spond for more details.
Really great, Ben, to see the mountain biking and off-roading section really starting to grow, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes.
If you want to take out a group of people on a bike ride with you, you have to be a level 2 ride leader. And Kendal Cycle Club are looking to fund 10 people to gain their level 2 qualification. If you are interested in this one-day course, then please get in touch with the committee.
Bit of advance notice that on the 22nd of September there will be a fun Duro event for the juniors and some adults at Homescales.
And coming soon, we're going to start some Sunday long rides. And Stu Green is going to be getting in touch soon with more details.
A bit of advance notice that the Shap Road Jungle Cafe 12-mile TT will be having 10 places that will be supported by KCC. So if you're interested in that opportunity, then look out for more information. And
that's at the end of July, that one, so it is coming up quite soon. There's going to be some adult mountain bike coached sessions. So if the previous little film had you sort of thinking, I want to get out there, but I don't quite have the skills, then up at Homescales over the summer, you can get some coaching.
A couple of clothing bits of information. KCC are getting some casual wear for when we're not on the bike, so keep your eyes out for more details about that. And Wheelbase will now be having KCC club kit back in stock.
That's good, isn't it? Just in time for the summer months.
Yeah.
And a brief active travel update. Ben, a couple of months ago, we did a little piece on the LC whips, which are the cycling and walking plans. The good news is that those have now been approved by all 3 levels of authority, so Cumbria County Council, SLDC and Kendal Town Council. The really good news, though, is that when it went through SLDC and Kendal Town Council, it wasn't just sort of approved and waved through. It was only sort of approved with comments. And they made it really clear that they wanted to see routes to school included, more joined up routes, and the route through town to be sorted quicker than what was originally in the plan. So very positive, progression there. And what that now allows is the council to go away and bid for some funding. So don't get too excited. It doesn't mean we're going to get loads of new infrastructure, but it allows us to put the bids in. And Ben, I don't know whether you've seen it, but the bridge is appearing in town over Gooseholme. I rode past. It's not quite ready to be put over, cycled over yet, but maybe by the time this goes out, we'll have a new piece of infrastructure in town. So all very positive and moving in the right direction.
Brilliant, and thanks for keeping us updated on that, Karen.
Okay.
I know you follow that very keenly.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Final piece of KCC news is that we are looking for more volunteers to help out with KCC TV. If you're interested in getting involved, there are a number of roles. We're having a Zoom meeting on Wednesday, the 27th of July at 7:30. Details are on Spond or email tv@kendal.cc to find out more.
And you don't have to get formally involved. As you've seen throughout this, just send in your photos or your film footage of things you're doing and other people can make it look wonderful.
So we are going to play out this episode with a montage from the Women's Big Day Out. But before we do that, a few thank yous. And first of all, big thank you to Peter Clarkson for sending in photos and to Tim Price for producing the features in this episode and also for the overall episode production.
And an absolutely massive thank you to everybody who supported the events we've seen today. Because Ben, I think it's fair to say it's really good fun to go out and ride these things, but if people didn't organise them and support them, they just wouldn't happen. So a massive thank you to everybody.
Yeah. Big thank you to Wheelbase for sponsoring the competition and to MapDeck for technical support with the filming.
And if you've enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up and hit the little bell button to be told when episode 12 comes out.
So Karen, the Women's Big Day Out, from what I hear, was a fantastic event, and there were 3 routes, 50 miles, 75 miles and 100 miles.
And the weather, I think, was rather unpleasant, especially going up Shap. The wind, I think, was not in their favour.
Yeah, I've heard a few stories of it being quite breezy, and also heard some amazing stories of women going out and accomplishing things they've never done before.
Yes.
You know, people riding their first century, or people just riding a distance that they've never done before.
So we're going to play out Ben on this brilliant film about the Women's Big Day Out.